Every year, the Broadway community comes together to raise money for an incredible organization called the Actors Fund, which provides vital support to people in the entertainment industry. This year also celebrates Disney's 20th year on Broadway. They're celebrating with a one-night-only concert featuring songs from past and present shows. It's a great opportunity to get the Disney family back together, perform and raise money for an amazing cause.
I first got involved with Disney Theatrical
in The Little Mermaid,
The Lion King,
On the Record,
Aladdin,
Aida,
Tarzan.
What is so amazing to me is that I think one of the first Broadway shows I ever saw was my brother, Andrew, in Beauty and the Beast, and that was 18 years ago.
My mom took me from Pittsburgh to see my very first Broadway show, which was Beauty and the Beast.
I mean, I remember thinking, I could be that knife, I could be that fork, you know?
My protagonist in my book has this kind of wide-eyed view of the world that I remember having my first trip to New York, seeing that Disney show.
Tonight's a really cool opportunity because it brings cast members from the past and the present to all join on stage for one epic number, so we're really stoked.
Oh yeah.
We're going across the street to perform at the new Amsterdam Theatre where Aladdin's playing right now.
It's surprisingly freeing to work with Disney, which is something that I wouldn't have expected. They are so willing to let you just try anything.
I performed with the cast of Peter and the Starcatcher.
They asked Heather and Sherry and I to come back and reunite and do some stuff from Aida, and I certainly couldn't say no.
It's so great to be back with our brothers, and we're so excited to perform with each other again.
Yay! This is a community, actually.
They know what our country looks like, and they represent that in every show.
Disney has employed over hundreds of South Africans, and that has really made a tremendous impact in the lives of South Africans, starting with myself.
From the first moment that we had our first day of rehearsal, it was just like going to a cookout with cousins and brothers and sisters.
Any place you put a show up, it's the same, it's still a show, but how it's done at Disney is with extra care and extra love, I think.
42nd Street was a real problem street. Labeled several times the worst street in the United States. And here sat the little New Amsterdam Theatre.
Putting this beautiful flagship theater back on the map just completely changed the experience of going to a Broadway show.
You know, it's brought so many families to Broadway, and that's what I loved about Mary Poppins. You know, you had 8-year-olds and 80-year-olds singing along to the same song.
An event like this where, one, we get to come and do what we love with people that we love, but to know that we're kind of paying it forward to our own community. You know, it's everything. I have some really close friends that have benefited so much from the Actors Fund.
I think as performers, we're all transplants. And a lot of times our family is not here. And so the fellow actors become your brother and sister. And the Actors Fund is kind of like the mommy and daddy. And so whenever trouble comes knocking, you know I have a soft place to land.
I think it's so important, and first of all, that the Actors Fund is such a big part of the theater community, but also that Disney is such a huge part of the theater community as well.
I was just loving Aladdin.
Aladdin just had that spark. A friend like me is as good as musical theater gets.
I'm proud of the company. I'm proud of Disney for all the amazing shows that they've done, especially with this new one.
When I saw Aladdin, I was in actual tears. It just kept topping itself and topping itself. It made me realize what I was a part of.
Aladdin is my 16th Broadway show. I've never seen an audience respond to a show as consistently as they have with Aladdin.
I think it's so incredible that in the last 20 years, they've been able to nurture artists like Julie Taymor and Alex Timbers and Casey Nicholaw. And I'm just so excited to see who the next great directors they discover and what amazing musicals they make in the next 20 years.
And of course, I hope what everybody hopes, which is that in 20 years, there's no more illegal Mickeys and Minnies in Times Square.